The NFL draft was last night. There were some major moves, some more questionable than others. Let's go ahead and break them down in this video. Before we get too much further, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. It really does help me grow here. We're almost to our first 50 subs here, so I want to thank everyone who's already subscribed. It really does mean a lot. And if you haven't done so already, please feel free to hit that sub button if you feel that I've earned it today. Starting off with the first major story of the night, the Browns traded back to the 5th overall pick to let Jacksonville select Travis Hunter 2nd overall. Now, this was a shocking move because obviously Travis Hunter could have helped the Browns immediately. He would have been an instant starter for them. However, the move does make a lot of sense for the Browns. Yes, while Travis Hunter would have helped them, they were able to move back and get a first-round pick next year, which will help them rebuild next year, and with a better quarterback class could be what they're aiming to do. However, I think they're going to be drafting a quarterback here very early in the second round because they have the 1st and 4th pick of the second round. Either way, the Browns selected Mason Graham, which I think is a great fit for their system to line up next to Myles Garrett. For the Jags, it's not even that bad of a trade for them. Yes, they're giving up their second-round pick and a first round next year, but with Travis Hunter's development, you can focus more on one side of the ball at the beginning and transition him to the second side of the ball throughout the season, and next year basically have 2 players. So giving up that first round pick, you're essentially getting 2 players if you look at it the right way. Now, as a Texans fan, I hate the move because I don't want to face Travis Hunter 2 times a year, especially with the AFC South getting so much better in the first round alone, with Cam Ward going to the Titans and Tyler Warren going over to the Colts. This is a win-win for both teams. Some people are saying that the Browns lost the trade, but it's kind of hard to say until we see who they draft and how the draft pans out. As of right now, I think it's a pretty even trade. Another shocking move is that the Falcons finally decided to address their pass rushing issues. Now, the Falcons had been projected to draft a pass rusher for God knows how long, and every single year they ended up drafting somebody else. This year they decided to not only take somebody with their pick, but they also traded with the Rams to get back into the first round at pick 26 to select another edge rusher in James Pierce out of Tennessee. Both these picks will be solid for the Falcons, especially since their offense is starting to develop with Bijan Robinson, Michael Penix Jr., and Drake London. Now they're focusing on the defensive side of the ball in a division that is very winnable. These are both great moves for Atlanta. Yes, some people have some issues with Pierce's character issues, but they like what they saw and they drafted him, and again, I think he's going to be a good football player. Something else that's major is that I think the New York Giants end up winning the first round. Getting Abdul Carter and trading back in with the Texans to get Jackson Dart is a savvy move for the Giants. Now, the Texans trading out of the first round is actually a good move because most of the guys that were being mocked to them or rumored to them were all gone by the time Houston was picking. Trading out of the first round into that second round pick is going to be huge for them because I think they're going to get a lot of value with the remaining players they have left. Honestly, it's basically going to be, I think, their pick to play with because I think the Browns will take a quarterback since they have literally 2 of the first 4 picks of this round. So the Texans having that second pick is a very solid place for them to be. As for the Giants, though, they're rebuilding their franchise and it's clear. I think the moves they are making are going to be very significant and end up changing their franchise here pretty soon. Now, that's not to say that all the moves were perfect. There were a few head scratchers, starting with Carolina taking McMillan out of Arizona. Nothing against McMillan, but with how many holes Carolina has to fill, taking another first-round receiver yet again just didn't seem like the move, especially with reports that they were looking to trade out of the first round to begin with. Were they not able to find a trade partner? Was it not the right compensation? Who knows? But they ended up getting the guy they wanted. I'm never going to fault a team for that, but with how many holes they have to fill, it's just kind of a bit of a head scratcher. Another head scratcher was Tampa Bay taking Emeka Egbuka. Nothing against Tampa Bay or Egbuka, he's a great player, he's going to be a great wide receiver in the league. But how many receivers does Tampa Bay need? They have Evans, they have Godwin, they took McMillan out of Washington last year. Either this signals that something is wrong with Godwin or that they're just trying to amp up a player to eventually replace Mike Evans or Godwin. I'm a little confused by the pick because they could have either traded back, they could have drafted another position of need. But again, I think Egbuka is going to be a great player. I don't hate the pick as a player himself, just more as a team need. But that's just what I think. I wanted to keep this one a little shorter because we have a lot more draft coverage coming up in the next couple days. But those are just my main first round takeaways. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Again, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit that little bell notification for more videos coming up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one.